Magandang gabi po. Ako po muli si, Propesor, Rodolfo Aquino ng Polytechnic University of the Philippines sa Quezon City, campus. Okey. Bumabati po ako sa inyo ng magandang gabi at, ginawa ko itong, video na 'to sapagkat, medyo naging busy po ako nitong, mga nakaraang araw sa paggawa ng midterms exam ng aking mga estudyante at, 6 preparations po yung aking ginawa, kaya medyo natagalan po. Pero gayunpaman, hinahabol ko po itong video na 'to upang mapanood po ng aking mga estudyante sa MM 32, yung subject nilang, Business Research, okey. Nauna na po yung kanilang, midterm, kaya tutuloy na po namin yung aming discussion regarding Chapter 4 at Chapter 5, okey. So, magse-share po muli ako ng aking slide muna. Wait lang po, Ayan, nakikita niyo po ba? So, ang magiging topic po namin ngayon is, week 10 and 11. So, sa kasalukuyan po, ah, nasa week 11 po kami ngayon. Supposed to be, ito po yung schedule nung, midterm exam ng aking mga ibang estudyante. Pero itong, subject na 'to, naka-schedule po sila ng kanilang midterm nung nakaraang linggo, which is, nakaraang 2 linggo, which is week 9. So, itutuloy po namin ang aming discussion para sa week 10 and 11. So, ang title po is, Summarize Key Findings Logically. So, dito po is, matututunan po natin paano pong mag-summarize ng mga findings in a logical order. The summary of findings is an important part of Chapter 5 in business, research or marketing research. It provides a clear, concise overview of the key results obtained from the data analysis. So, this is very timely because, my students sa MM 32, they will going to start, to gather data, or they were going to start, uh, the so-called data analysis, so which is part and partial of the Chapter 4. This section organized the findings according to the statement of the problem or the research question, allowing the readers to, easily understand how the study is being answered. So that's a little introduction. Okay, let us continue. So, study answered and its objective. Okay, the summary highlights the most important results, repeating the detailed data or introducing new information. The objectives of this discussion is what? At the end of the lesson, you will going to learn how to explain the purpose of the summary of findings section in Chapter 5. Okay? And you will going to organize the research findings according to the statement of the problem or the research question. So, from that, magkakaroon tayo ng idea that our summary of findings, that it will be purely based only on the SOP or the research question. So doon lang natin ibabata yung ating summary of findings. And you will going to summarize key results clearly and logically without introducing new data. So having conclusions without any basis, no, it is definitely wrong on business and marketing research. Present a concise statement of findings that accurately reflect the results reported in chapter 4. So doon lang tayo makukulong doon sa mga nakuha nating findings after the data gathering procedure. And we will going to maintain consistency between summarized findings and the research objectives, questions, or hypothesis. So let us start. Okay. Summary of findings section in chapter 5 aims to present a clear and concise recap of the major results of the study based on the data analyzed in the chapter 4. Its purpose is to what? Organize the key findings accordingly to the statement of the problem or research questions, making it easier for the readers to understand how its questions objective was addressed. This section highlights the most important outcomes of the study without introducing new data. Okay? So yun na nga yung binanggit natin sa objectives kanina. Interpretations and explanations. New data, interpretations, and or explanations serving a bridge between analysis of the results and the conclusions of the research. So yun yung pinaka-highlight itong discussion. So what could be the example of summary of findings? Like for example, no, the study title is The Relationship Between Service Quality and Customer Satisfaction. If you could still remember our past discussion regarding this title. No? So you are trying to identify the service quality and what? You are trying to identify the relationship of the service quality and customer satisfaction on what? Retail stores. Now, based on the data analysis presented on chapter 4, so we are able to obtain this particular results. Let's say, for example, it's a hypothetical data. Let's say we are done with our what you call this data gathering procedure. So let's say, for example, on the profile of the respondent. So this could be the interpretation. The majority of the respondents were between 21 to 30 years old. So representing 48%, 48% of the total sample. Most respondents visited. So where do we get this data? It's coming from our past computations, no? On the chapter 4, when we discuss chapter 4, we obtain this data, no? So let's say, for example, age. These are only hypothetical, no? So just to show, it only shows for you to understand that these are the collected data that you gathered from your questionnaire answered by your respondents, no? Representing 48% of the total sample. Most respondents visited the retail store at least twice per month, something like that. So our interpretation is what? Direct to the point. So meaning, we will going to get what is actually being obtained on the previous chapter, which is chapter 4. Doon lang tayo kukulungin itong chapter 5. And of course, regarding on the service level of service quality, it is part of the title. We are being inclined with that particular title. No, the overall mean score for service quality was 3.85, indicating a high level perceived service quality among customers. Also, we discuss it direct. So wala nang masyadong paligoy-ligoy, no? So sometimes talking too much, it's making the research work or the work commit mistakes, no? If you talk too much, no? Kung medyo maigsi, direct. So sometimes less talk. Sabi nga sa kasabihan, less talk, less mistake. Do you understand, class? Okay? So when it comes on level of customer satisfaction, so the mean score, so you tell it directly, the mean score of customer satisfaction was 3.92, suggesting that respondents were generally satisfied with services provided by the store. Okay? So kung ano yung nakuha nating data, yun yung i-report natin. Okay? So study title pa lang yan. So if you have any questions, sabi ko nga, if you can hear it in the class, pagka nagkaklase tayo, and I will going to answer it directly for you to better understand. Okay? So let us move on. Or you could simply use the chat box, no? You could simply use the chat box para what you call this, ma-address yung question or the description box. You can type it on the description box. So pag binalikan ko, so makikita ko kung may tanong kayo doon para ma-address po natin. Okay? So number 4, the relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction. So that's part of the title pa rin. The results of the Pearson correlation analysis is, let's say, the Pearson R is equal to what? 0.64. Okay. Then P is less than equal to 0.05. No? Revealed that significantly positive. No? Significantly positive. Kung ano yung nakuha natin computation this chapter. So, pwede nyo balikan yung video na yan. Okay? So, it revealed a significant positive relationship between service quality and what? Service quality and what? Customer satisfaction. Do you understand? So you tell it directly to the panel. Okay, mahiya pagka sabihin nyo. Kasi yun yung naging result eh. So otherwise, iba yung binabanggit natin sa harap nila base dun sa nakasulat, dun sa study natin. Okay? Wag na wag kayong magbabanggit ng wala doon sa study. Tandaan niyo yan. Okay? So what are the key characteristics of a good summary findings? No? Ano yung key characteristics? No? Organized according to the statement of the problem. Ay yung binabanggit natin kanina. It should be brief and factual. What do you mean by factual? Nandoon. Mismo nakasulat sa chapter 4. No new data to be introduced. Huwag kayong magsasabi ng wala doon sa chapter 4. And no recommendations yet. Okay? You understand? Nandun pa lang kasi tayo sa summary of findings. Kaya wala pang recommendation. Okay? Huwag mo na kayo magre-recommend. So, bandang huli na yan. Organization according to the statement of a problem. Okay? According to the statement of the problem, or a research question means arranging the summary of results in the same sequence as the question presented in chapter 1. So, meron kayong chapter 1 eh. Nagawa nyo na to eh, no? Kung ano yung pagkakahanay-hanay doon sa SOP, ganun din doon sa summary of finding. Each finding should correspond directly to a specific research question. So, lalagyan natin ng legend, no? Na, palatandaan, no? Let's say, kung research question number 1, lalagyan natin summary of findings 1. Number 1 also. Para hindi naliligaw yung panel. Okay? Each finding should correspond directly to a specific question so that the readers can clearly see how the study addressed its objective. This structure helps maintain logical flow and ensures that all research questions are answered systematically. Kung paano kasi yung pagkakasunod-sunod doon, gano'n natin siya sasagutin. Okay? Para hindi maliligaw yung panel. For example, if the first research question asks about profile of the respondents, no? The summary should begin with the findings related to the respondents' characteristics. Okay? If the next question examines the relationship between variables, the corresponding statistical results should follow. Okay? By organizing findings in this way, the research becomes easier to follow, more coherent, and more aligned with the study original objective. So, sunod-sunod siya. Hindi yung hiwa-hiwalay. Let's say, kasi nagutan, nasa chapter po yung, nasa chapter 2 po yung sagot niyan. Yung research question number 1. Yung pong research question number 2, nandun po sa chapter 3. No, hindi ganon. Isang chapter lang siya. No? Doon mo lang siya ilalagay doon sa summary of findings. Okay? Naintindihan ng lahat. Okay? For example, the statement of the problem. This study aimed to answer the following questions. What is the profile of the respondent in terms of age, gender, and frequency of the purchase? No? Frequency of the purchase, of purchase nung produkto. Okay? So, kung ano yung pagkaka-arrange dyan, let's say, for example, the profile, siya yung unang-una. Let's say, age. So, yung age, yung explanation natin sa summary of findings. Then, followed by gender and the frequency of purchase. Ganun siya magkakasunod. And for question number 2, what is the level of customer satisfaction with the store services, no? So, yan yung what? Kasunod. And then, followed by, is there a significant relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction? You will going to answer that question directly. Wala nang paligoy-ligoy. Let's say, it is depending on the state of the current state of the economy. Ang labo, no? Pagka in-state mo yun, wala naman, hindi mo naman pinag-aralan yung economy, tapos bigla nagkaroon ng economy. So, malilihis na yung study natin. Okay? So, kung ano yung tinatanong, yun yung sagot dapat. Okay? Let us proceed. Summary of findings organized according to SOP. This is only an example, no? Let's say for profile of the respondents, the majority of the respondents were 21 to 30 years old, representing 46% of the total sample, while 54% were female And most of the respondent reported visiting the store 2 to 3 times per month. So that answers directly to the first SOP or first statement of the problem or research question. Okay. Then of course it followed by level of customer satisfaction. The overall mean satisfaction score was 3.88. That customers were generally satisfied with the store's services directly. Okay? So, kailangan panindigan mo yung 3.88 na yun. Nakuha mo yun eh. Ikaw nag-compute nun eh. Kung naalala niyo yung ginawa natin sa last chapter. Okay? Then it followed by the relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction. So, Pearson correlation analysis showed there is a significant positive relationship between service quality and customer satisfaction with the result of Pearson R is equal to 0.61 and less than less than less than 0.05. So that is the result, the exact result. So you don't need to show up again that whole computation. So you just reported, no? Pag hinanap na yung computation, babalik sila sa sa chapter 4. Kasi nandun yung computation natin eh. Okay? Naintindihan? So, dapat, kung ikaw ang gumawa ng research mo, at kung hindi man ikaw ang gumawa, let's say for example, na pinagawa mo sa statistician kasama sa binayaran, let's say for example, binayaran natin sa statistician natin, siya na ang nag-compute. So, bago niya kayo bitawan, ipapaliwanag niya dapat sa inyo kung nasaan yung mga bagay na yan. Okay? Kung paano niyo siya kinompute. So, at kung paano niyo siya i-interpret. Hindi po pwedeng sasabihin mo kaya. So, paano mo nakuha yan? Siyempre, hindi naman mga tangangot yung yung panel natin eh. Pardon with the term, no? So, siyempre, nagbabasa din sila. Kung sino man yung mga panel na maupo sa harapan natin, binabasa din nila yung mga gawa natin. Siguro prior to your defense, let's say for example, 1 week prior to your defense, babasahin nila yan siyempre. At from that analysis, they will going to think how it happens, no? Based from the statistical analysis na ginawa natin. Okay? Do you understand? Why this example is called? The findings follow the same order as the SOP. Sunod-sunod. Kung paano yung pagkasulat natin doon sa chapter 1 ng SOP, ganun din, no? Pagdating sa summary of findings, which is being summarized in the chapter 5. Okay? Each results directly answers the research question. Try to imagine that. No? And the summary is clear, brief, and factual. So there is a basis of all of your findings. Naintindihan? Okay? So summarizing key results clearly and logically without introducing new data means briefly restarting the most important findings of the study based only on the results already presented in chapter 4. Summary should highlight the main outcomes of the concise and organized manner, usually following the statement of the problem or research question it previously discussed, no? In the results section. Okay? So, for example, if chapter 4 reported that the mean customer satisfaction score was 3.9, no? The summary should simply state this result in a concise form rather than presenting a new calculation. Do not do that, no? Ang alin? Yung new calculation. Okay? This approach ensures clarity. Kung meron lang tayong dapat linawin, pwede natin gawin. Okay? So, let's say something like there is a problem with what? Rounding of numbers, no? So, let's say pagdating dun sa computation, ang lumabas is 3.88, sabi nga. Tapos bigla mo siyang ni-round off na 3.9. Kasi 3.88 kapag ni-round off natin 'yon, is what? 3.9 talaga yung magiging result nun kasi rules of rounding of numbers, 'di ba? Naalala ninyo sa inyong business math. Kung di niyo naalala, pinapaalala ko ulit sa inyo. Rules of rounding of numbers, no? Yung 3.88 talagang magiging 3.9 na talaga yun. Kasi nakasama sa rules yun eh. 'Di ba? Pero dito sa research, pwede rin man natin gawin, pero you need to add up what? Additional explanation regarding that. Do you understand? Okay? Example, nabanggit na nga natin. Assumes that the results in chapter 4 shows the following. Mean customer satisfaction score is equal to 3.9. 60% of the respondents rated service quality as high. Pearson correlation between service quality and satisfaction is what? 0.64. Okay. Then Pearson is what? Less than 0.05. Yun yung nakuha nating computation. No? So, summary example. Level of customer satisfaction. The result shows that the customer generally reported high level of satisfaction with a mean score of 3.9. Service quality ratings. Most respondents perceive the service quality positively with 60% rating it as high. Okay? Paano yung mga interpretation? Yun yung gagamitin natin. Huwag tayo mag-invent. Okay? The relationships between variables, the analysis revealed a significant positive relationship. Yun yung kasing katumbas ng upan. Yung mga value na yan. Yun yung verbal interpretation natin doon. Okay? So let's say, for example, if we will going to interpret it qualitatively, yun yung interpretation. If it is quantitatively, yung number, yung ipepresent naman natin. Okay? I hope you all understand what I am trying to express. Why this is correct? Na? Bakit? So the summary of findings repeat key results. Na? Repeat key results from chapter 4 only. Hindi dun sa mga ibang computations para na. So kung ano lang nandun sa chapter 4, yun lang yung pinagbatayan natin. Wala nang ibang lugar. Kasi yun naman yung nakuha nating score. Then the findings are organized and concise. No new numbers or analysis are being introduced. So nakatali lang tayo dun sa kung ano yun nandun sa chapter. May businang ko. Sorry. So this is incorrect. Satisfaction is high with an estimated mean of about, do not do that, no? That is not directly. About 4.1 and approximately. Do not use that word, na? Of 65%. Do not use that, na? Yung estimated and approximated. Doon pa lang babarahin ka na. Yung estimate, we are needing exact, no? Exact value, not estimation. Babarahin ka na kagad ng panel pagka yun ang sinabi natin. Pag sinabi mong approximately, you are not sure. Approximate lang Ano yung eksakto? Yun yung itutukoy sa'yo kagad ng panel. Barado ka na kagad. doon. Baka doon pa lang hindi mo na mai-defend yung thesis mo. Okay, this is incorrect because of new numbers were being introduced, okay, that were not reported in chapter 4. So, nag-ano ka lang, parang naghanap ka ng pampalabok, pampadagdag lang ng mga sinasabi. No? Wag niyong gagawin yan. Okay? Presenting a concise statement findings accurately reflects what? The result reported in chapter 4 means summarizing the most important outcomes of the study in clear, brief, and factual statements. Now, each statement should directly correspond to the result previously analyzed and discussed in chapter 4, ensuring the summary is consistent with actual data and does not introduce new information or interpretation. Concise statement focus on key findings using simple and precise language so that readers can easily understand and the main results of the study. The statements are typically organized according to statements of the problem or research question, allowing each finding to clearly answer a specific research objective. For example, hindi tayo mawawala ng example. Lagi tayo meron. Chapter 4, mean customer satisfaction score was 3.85, no? Indicating a high level satisfaction among respondents. 3.85. Concise statement findings, customer reported a high level of satisfaction with a mean score of 3.85. Those are what? Things that are acceptable on the panel. Another example, chapter 4 results natin. Pearson correlation analysis revealed a significant positive relationship between service quality and customer loyalty, which is equal to what? R is equal to 0.62 and a Pearson of less than 0.05. So concise statement findings, there is a significant positive relationship between service quality and customer loyalty. Direkta. By presenting these findings in this concise and accurate manner, the summary remains clear, organized, and faithful to the results of the study. Okay? Let us continue. Example, no? Chapter 4 results. Okay? The majority of respondents were 21 to 30 years old, representing 47% of the sample. The mean customer satisfaction score was 3.82, indicating a high level of satisfaction. And Pearson correlation analysis showed significant positive relationship between service quality and customer loyalty. A concise statement finding in chapter 5, no? Let's say chapter 5 summary, no? So the majority of the respondents were 21 to 30 years old. Okay? The customer reported a high level of satisfaction with the services provided. Kung sino mang kumpanya yan, madaling ma-identify, no? Kung sino man yung ating kumpanya dun sa study natin. Then number 3 is what? A significant positive relationship exists between service quality and customer loyalty. So direct. Okay? Why this correct? So, the result from the chapter 4. Okay? Then, no new data or analysis is being introduced. Then, organize according to the research questions or statement of the problem or SOP. Okay? Let's go to the next. Maintaining consistency between summarized findings and the research objective. So, dapat maintain natin yung consistency or yung tinatawag nating hypothesis. No? Means ensuring every finding reported in the summary directly corresponds to the goals and questions established at the end of the study. So the summarized results should clearly answer the research questions or confirm whether the hypotheses were supported or not without introducing unrelated information. So, consistent tayo, no? Kung paano natin pinresent yung summary findings. Okay? Ganun din natin sinamary yung ating finding. This consistency helps maintain the logical flow of the research from identifying the problem to presenting results and drawing conclusions. It also strengthens the credibility of the study by showing that the analysis was guided by the original objectives and the findings are relevant to the research purpose. Okay? So, wait lang saglit, na isasaksak ko lang yung medyo humihina yung battery natin. So, para tuloy-tuloy yung discussion, pause muna tayo ng konti. Ayan, lumiwanag ulit. For example, research question, chapter 4 results. So sa research question natin, is there a significant relationship between employee training and job performance? Chapter 4 results, Pearson correlation analysis showed a significant positive relationship between employee training and job performance, which resulted as what? Pearson R is equal to 0.59. Okay? Saan natin nakuha yun? 0.59. Ito sa chapter po. Okay? Then the Pearson is less than 0.05. Okay? Consistent summary findings, there is a significant positive. Bakit ba kasi less than? So from the normal curve, kung naalala niyo, yung normal curve natin, yung kanan is what? Positive. Yung nando sa kaliwa is what? Negative. Okay? Yung results kasi natin is less than. Okay? Kaya doon tayo sa kaliwa. Okay? Pero pasok siya dun sa pasok siya dun sa acceptance region. Kung naalala niyo yung video ko noon. Okay? Kung gusto niyo malaman yung video na yan, balikan niyo yung discussion natin sa doon sa normal curve. Okay, para maintindihan niyo, no? So, doon sa 0.05, slight difference, no? Hindi siya lumagpas doon sa what? Doon sa natin, doon sa patag natin doon. Degrees of freedom yata yung tawag. Correct me if I'm wrong, no? Kung yun yung naalala ko. Yun yung barrier kasi. Baga, doon natin kinulong. Pag lumagpas doon sa guhit na which is what? Pagka lumagpas doon, kasi lumabas doon sa natin. Sa tinakda nating barrier nga, okay? Pag lumagpas doon is what? Hindi na siya accepted, hindi na siya it is rejected, unacceptable. Ano ba yung mga yan? Balikan. So, di ko na babalikan yun. So, meron akong video para doon. Balikan nyo na lang yung kayo na bumalik para mas maintindihan ninyo yung interpretation. Kaya tinawag na positive relationship. Okay? So, significant positive relationship between employee training and job performance. Okay? Consistent summary. There is a significant positive relationship between employee training and job performance. This example demonstrate consistency because the summarized findings directly answers the research questions and reflect statistical results. Reflect statistical results reported earlier in the study. Below are clear examples showing how to maintain consistency between summarized findings and research objective of the hypothesis. Example number 1. Is the level of customer satisfaction with the store's services. Chapter 4 results. So we got a score of 3.87, indicating a high level of satisfaction. Okay? So that's the mean. Okay? So doon sa normal curve, yun yung nasa gitna. So from the middle, doon tayo magko-compute. So nakuha natin is 3.87. Let's say 4 yung natin, yung ating acceptance region and rejection. 4 is our rejection region. Yung lagpas dun sa 4. Ano ba yung mga lagpas sa 4? 4 point something. 4.01, 4.02, negative or positive. Okay? Pag kaliwa, negative. Pag kanan, positive. Okay? So, yung 4, yun yung alin? Sige nga. Type nyo nga sa description box kung ano yung 4. Titignan ko yan, ha? Ano yung 4? Okay. Challenge yan at type nyo sa description box. Titignan ko kung tama yun kung nakikinig kayo sa akin. Okay? Indicating a high level of satisfaction. Okay? Ano ba yung kwan? Balikan nyo talaga yung video ko regarding the normal curve. No? Siguro mga 2 or 3 video, 1 or 2 videos earlier, no? Para sa subject na business research, balikan nyo yung normal curve. Okay, diniscuss ko yun doon. Okay? Consistent summary of findings. Customer reported high level of satisfaction with the customer services. The findings directly answer the research question. Ganyan natin sasagutin. Okay? With regards to the hypothesis, consistency with the hypothesis, there is no significant relation between employee motivation and productivity. Okay? Based on the chapter results, so chapter 4 results, Pearson correlation showed a significant positive relationship of 0.60 and a Pearson of less than 0.05. Okay? Consistent summary. That's discussed. There is a significant relation between employee motivation and productivity. The summary reflects statistical results. Okay? So, itong consistent summary findings na to, meron tayong basihan na statistical results regarding our findings. For example, consistency with the research objective. Research objective determine the factors influencing customer loyalty. Okay? So, based on the chapter 4 results, regression analysis revealed that service quality significantly predicts customer loyalty. customer loyalty is equal to what? 0.48 and a what? Less than what? 0.01. Okay? Consistent summary of findings. Service quality was found to be significant predictor of what? Customer loyalty. Okay? So, anyway, so halos lahat naman kayo is co-author yata ako o ako yung advisor. So, pwede niyo ako i-consult from time to time regarding this particular interpretation para you will be guided. Na? Nagkakaintindi ba tayo doon? Sige. So, consistently, service quality was found to be significant predictor or customer loyalty. The findings directly address the research objective. So what is the key principle that we need to remember here? Every summarized finding must be clearly answered. A research objective. Every summarized findings must be clearly answered. Answers what? A research objective, research question, or research hypothesis. Dapat. That is the key principle. Dapat sinasagot. Every. Okay? Isa-isa. The summary of findings in the first section of Chapter 5. Its purpose is to present the key results of the study in a clear, concise, and organized manner based on the data analyzed in the Chapter 4. It highlights the most important outcomes of the research without introducing new data, tables, and detailed explanation. Walang ganon. Okay? Paano na? I'm sorry. Dapat ganon. Okay? Follow the statement of the problem or SOP or research question. Arrange the findings in the same order as the research question or SOP presented in Chapter 1. Kung paano yung pagka-arrange sa Chapter 1, ganun yung pagkaka-arrange mo sa Chapter 5. Example of profile of the respondents, level of customer satisfaction, that is the arrangement. The relationship between service quality and customer loyalty. This helps readers easily see or look on your study, no, on your book, no, how its questions was answered, no. Kitang-kita kagad. Hindi sila naliligaw. Okay? Summarize. Include only the most. Avoid repeating all details, statistics, or tables. So, nagpapabalik-balik ang ganun, hindi na. So, doon, nakasummarize na lahat. So, hindi mo na babalik-balikan. Use short, like for example, the respondents were between 21 to 30 years old. Customer reported a high level of satisfaction with the services provided. A significant positive relationship was found between service quality and customer loyalty. Kasi doon lang nakakulong yung study mo. No? So, do not introduce. Huwag yung gagawin to. No? Summary should only restated results already presented in Chapter 2. Parang inulit-ulit mo lang. Kung ano yung pagkakasulat doon, inulit mo na naman sa Chapter 5 now. Iba nang talagang you will be explaining it directly. Okay? Ibang wording sa mga gagamitin natin. Incorrect example, let's say customer satisfaction average 4.1. Mali. Okay? Then, parang in this chapter po yun din yung binanggit natin. So, correct. Satisfaction. Dapat yan. Okay? Use a clear and concise language, such as what? Okay? So, use simple statement that easily to understands. Recommended verbs like shows, indicates, reveals, and demonstrates. Pwede natin gamitin yung mga words para this will be our interpretation. Avoid long recommendation. So, huwag natin gagawin yan. Maintain objectives and hypotheses. Each finding should directly answer research questions or support or reject the hypothesis. Okay? For example, for the following findings were obtained. Okay? The majority, okay, the majority of the respondents were 21 to 30 years old. The most visited store 2 or 3 times per month. Hingi ng kapitbahay, pasensya na. The customer reported a high level of satisfaction with the store's services. Then number 3 is what? A significant positive relationship exists between service quality and customer loyalty. Example natin yan. Key rules to remember. Now, follow the order of the research question. Kanina ko pa pinapaulit-ulit sa inyo. Keep statement short and factual. No new data, so bawal. No interpretations yet. So, sa pampa natin na kanyan, summary findings, no? And no recommendations. Wala muna. Okay? Template of writing the summary findings in chapter 5. Okay? So ito, yung makikita ninyo ito, ito yung template. Chapter 5. Summary, conclusions, and recommendations. Summary findings. Based on the data analysis presented in chapter 4, the following findings were obtained. The profile, say for example, the results showed the majority of the respondents were blank in terms of blank, while blank represented the smallest group. Okay, yun yung natin, yung parang pie graph natin, yung table natin, or etc. So, ano may ginamit natin. Okay? Research question number 1. The findings reveal that, yeah. Okay? So, it's only a template na pinapakita ko sa inyo para at least you were very familiar how to organize your summary of findings. Research question 2, the result indicated that. Okay? Then for research number 4, kung umabot tayo ng number 4, okay, the analysis showed that, yan, lang. Kaya na magdudugtong. Okay? Then, the relationship with hypothesis testing, if applicable, kung meron tayong hypothesis. The results reveal that, something like that. Okay? So, this is only a template. Guidelines for using the template so that each finding follows the order of the SOP. So, titignan natin yung kung ano yung order sa SOP or research question. Statements are short and factual findings directly from chapter 4 results only. Okay? No new tables, numbers, or analysis are being introduced. The section does not yet include explanations or recommendations. Kasi nasa summary findings. So, doon natin sila lagay sa recommendation. Example of this the template. Okay? Yung kanina, blanco, di ba? Summary findings. Based on the data analysis presented in chapter 4, the following findings were obtained. The majority of the respondents were 21 to 30 years old, and most visited the store 2 to 3 times per month. Pero kailangan bang i-bold? Depende kung gusto mong i-bold. Pero mas maganda, no? At least, kitang-kita kaagad. Okay? I'm not saying it's right and I'm not saying it's wrong. Depende. Kung sabihin ni panel, alisin mo na yung bold na to, alisin mo. Wala nang problema ron eh. Yung ko lang naman yan eh. Minor observation lang naman. Okay? Naintindihan niya. Customers reported high level of satisfaction with the store's services. Number 3, the significant positive relationship exists between service quality and customer loyalty. Objective by objective format. Okay? Paano naman yan? The objective by objective format is a method used in writing the summary findings in Chapter 5, where the results of the study presented according to its research objective. So, doon naman nakabase sa saan? Doon sa objective naman ng study. Its research objective, research question, and SOP. Instead of summarizing findings randomly, the researchers organized the results one objective at the time. Kaya tinawag na objective by objective, one at the time. In the order of the what is written in Chapter 1. This format maintains clarity, logical flow, and consistency in the research report. By presenting findings under each objective, readers can easily see how the study addressed every research goal and how the results corresponds to the original questions of the study. Okay, so yun yung nagagawa naman ng objective by objective. How it works? Okay, number 1, identify the research objectives or questions stated in chapter. Doon naman makikita yan. Present the key findings that answers each objective. Follow the same sequence used in the statement of the problem and provide short factual summaries based on the chapter for results only. Okay? For example, a research objective to determine the profile of the respondent, to determine the level of customer satisfaction, to examine the relationship between service quality and customer loyalty. Okay? Kunwari, yan yung ating nakalagay na objective to study natin. Summary of findings, objective by objective format. Okay, the majority of the respondents were 21 to 30 years old, and most visited the store 2 to 3 times per month. Okay. Level of customer satisfaction. Customers reported a high level of satisfaction with the services provided by the store. Direct to the point pa rin, no? Kahit na binago natin yung format. No? Then the relationship between variables. Significant positive relationship was found between service quality and customer loyalty. So those are example only. Now, why this format is important? It ensures all research objectives are answered. It improves organizations and readability, prevents missing and unrelated findings, and maintains logical alignment between 1, 4, and 5. So, ano yung alignment mo? Yung pagkaka-arrange ng SOP, ganoon natin sinolve sa chapter 4. And we summarize it in chapter 5. So, yun yung natawag na alignment. In research, objective by objective format is considered on the standard approach. for presenting a summary of findings because it clearly shows how study fulfilled its research objective. Sometimes kasi biglang sisingit ng panel, how do you answer the objectives of your study? So dun medyo naiipit na yung researcher, eh, 'no? Parang nag-iisip na siya ngayon kung paano niya sasagutin yung tanong na yan. So ganito yan, parang ah, yung, yung pagkaka-explain din natin sa una, ganun din. Halos ganun din, okey? Kasi dun lang naman iikot yun, eh. Babasahin lang kung ano yung objective, eh, di gano'n i-interpret mo na siya, okey? At sa objective by objective format in the summary. For example, the research title, "Customer Satisfaction and Service Quality in the Retail Store." And the objectives is what? Determine the profile of the respondent. So gano'n lang din, 'no? In terms of age and gender. Another objective is to determine the level of customer satisfaction with store services. And number 3 is what? To determine the relationship between service quality and customer loyalty. Okay? Summary findings by objective form. The results showed the majority of respondents were 2130 results, and most of them were female customers. Okay? So, yun yung tinutukoy dun sa number kanina. Okay? Objective satisfaction. The findings revealed that customers reported high level of satisfaction with the services provided by the store. Direct to the point, no? Then, for objective 3, relationships between service quality and customer loyalty. The analysis indicated that there is a significant positive relationship between service quality and customer loyalty. Ganun lang kasimple. So, pipili kayo ngayon kung paano siya di-discuss on the summary that I gave you, no? A while ago, and this objective by objective. Okay? Why this example is correct? Findings are organized according to each objective. Each findings directly answers an objective. Statements are very short, clear, and factual, and no new data interpretation is being introduced. Halos ganun din, no? Kaya tumama. Okay? Let's go with our course learning outcome. So, ang title natin is Summarize Findings Logically. So, how do we summarize findings logically nga? Babalikan natin yung discussion natin. Summarizing findings logically, presenting key results of the study in a clear, organized, and systematic manner so that the readers can easily understand how research questions or objectives were answered. The findings should follow the same sequence as the SOP or statement of a problem, research questions, or objective, ensuring that each result corresponds to specific questions addressed in the study. Logical summarization also requires that findings should be what? Concise, factual, directly derived from the result presented in Chapter 4. The summary should highlight the most important outcomes without repeating detailed data, tables, or statistical computations. No? By organizing findings logically, the researcher maintains clarity, coherence, and consistency throughout the research report, making it easier for the readers to follow the progression from the research question to conclusion. Okay? So, these are the references I use na on this particular discussion. Okay? So, andyan siya. Ayan lahat. So, if you have something to clarify, no, do not be shy. You can use the description box for me to address that particular question. Okay? Para mas malinaw sa lahat. Again, I am Professor Aquino of PUP Quezon City campus saying good night. And I think meron tayong yung next quiz natin para sa finals na 'to, para sa finals. Yes. Yeah. Quiz number 6 for week 10 and 11. Summarize key findings logically. Thank you so much. Again, I am Professor Aquino. Okay, do not forget to subscribe, like, or share this if you find this video very helpful for your subject business research, no? So until my next video, so God bless you. Thank you.